Hello everyone. For my 14th trophy, I went with Bully, a game I'm very familiar with, so much so that I already got the platinum before on a different account, but I would like it on this one. Now, if you don't know anything about Bully, I'd honestly be a bit surprised, but to do my due diligence, Bully is a Rockstar game focused around a 15-year-old boy named Jimmy Hopkins, who's been kicked out of multiple schools for behavioral problems, violence, disrespecting authority, and the list goes on, which has led him to Bulworth Academy, where he has to try his best to survive a very unruly school environment, and that's putting it lightly. I'll talk more about Jimmy in a second, but first let's talk about what this video is all about. Bully has 37 trophies needed for the platinum. It's a list of mainly miscellaneous tasks that are fairly easy to do, but there are a few that lean more on the grindy side. One of them being the silver trophy marathon for traveling a total of 100 kilometers. This was the first trophy I decided to go for, primarily because I'm an idiot who likes to try and be different for no other reason than it makes me feel special. And secondly, Bully has one of my most hated mechanics in any game, a curfew. I hate curfews, whether it be in this game or in games like Stardew Valley, which I love both of them, and I can understand because of the theme or the gameplay reasons why they're in the game, but I just never liked it, and probably never will. However, in Bully, until I complete the first mission, there's no timer, so I wouldn't have to worry about the stupid curfew. It took over 4.5 hours, but with my first trophy done, I could finally progress the game's story. It took 4 hours.
Where's your uniform, young Hopkins? Run along now, child.
Jimmy meets Gary, who gives him a basic rundown of Bulworth Academy and the different groups that populate it.
Over there, we got the nerds. Of course, they're complete social outcasts.
They look pretty harmless.
They're actually sneaky bastards. Their turf is the library. And those are the preps. They're all money and condescending attitudes.
Yeah, massively inbred and completely brainless.
Very observant, Jimmy boy. Now over there are the greasers. They think they're tough.
Or at least try to look tough.
Wouldn't advise messing with them, at least not yet. They hang by the auto shop. And last but not least, the jocks. These guys rule the school. Definitely avoid them.
Whatever, I'm not afraid of some dumb roid monkeys.
You'll learn. Come on, let's go.
Chapter 1 is basically a tutorial with a lot of simple missions. They're pretty quick to finish, so I spent most of my time going for more trophies.
You certainly captured my character.
You sorry now? I always thought you were lame. Come on, dude. Chill out.
That's right! Well done, James. Well done indeed.
Can't never have too much sugar. Ah, carbonation. That's the stuff.
Don't stop!
That's some good chemicals. I feel better now. Nice and cold.
You're gonna wish you had a bodyguard! I'll beat you!
Mama would...
After my little trophy spree, I spent Halloween night pulling pranks with Gary and smashing decorations. I did this for the gold trophy, Kleptomania, which is Bully's most important trophy. Well, I don't know if important is the right word. I think it's the trophy most people think about when they think of Bully, because it's one of the more grindy trophies in the game. It's basically a whole chores list of tasks that you have to do that takes basically the entire game to complete. Like literally beating the final mission is on the list of stuff to do. Two other such things on the list are smashing all the pumpkins and destroying all the tombstones during Halloween. You can actually do it later, it's not missable if you don't do it during Halloween, but I like to get it out of the way now. After celebrating Halloween, chapter 1 ends with Gary betraying Jimmy. Big shocker. You could never see it coming. It's a Rockstar game. They never do that. This leads to a boss fight with Jimmy having to fight the leader of the bullies, Russell. One of my favorite characters, by the way. At the start of chapter 2, more of the map opens up, but more importantly, it's time to collect more trophies.
This what you're looking for?
A friend in need is a friend indeed, friend.
Learn to ride.
You're gonna get caught!
Hopkins comes through.
I also checked off more requirements for the Kleptomania trophy. Besides doing the 4th paper route, there were these 2 posters from the carnival that I needed, which I already had enough tickets from finishing a different trophy. Also, side note by the way, I hate this carnival. I'm not sure what it is, but walking through this area just bothers my eyes, and it's miserable. Bully is an old game and I usually don't mind stuff like that, but for some reason this area just really looks ugly to me, which I think might be intentional, but I don't know. Anyway, while I was there, I also finished all the go-kart races. Story-wise, both chapters 2 and 3 kind of follow the same story beats. Jimmy tried to get along with one of the cliques by doing them favors and things like that. In this case, it's the preps for chapter 2, and the greases will be during chapter 3. But he eventually gets sabotaged by Gary, and he then has to brute force his way for them to play nice with everybody.
Oh, don't worry. Jimmy's tough.
We want surprisingly tough. Show some spirit, man.
Watch out, Hopkins.
You better not damage my clothes.
How did that happen?
During chapter 3, I could finally get the trophy for finishing all 5 classes for every subject, which not only do they give their own trophy, but all of them are also required for Kleptomania. The only class I was missing was photography, which could only be finished after chapter 3.
Nice work, Jimmy. You're quite the photographer. I have no more assignments for you, Jimmy. I'll miss these afternoons we've spent together.
This what you're looking for?
Thanks, kid. You know, you're not too bad.
I noticed I was close to getting the Tour de Bulworth trophy for traveling 100 kilometers on a bike. I remember the boss fight had a fairly long bike ride, so the trophy could have popped while I'm doing that, which would have been cool since I thought getting the trophy during the Grease's story chapter would have added a nice thematic quality to it, you know? Something I care about when trophy hunting for whatever reason. Unfortunately, my memory was off because it was nowhere near enough, which was a bit of a bummer, but whatever. I wasn't gonna bother trying to reset the mission, so I just got the boss fight with Johnny over with.
daddy. Got it?
In chapter 4, I finished the bike trophy I couldn't in chapter 3. After that, I started working on finishing the problem child trophy for getting 160,000 trouble points. And it's a fairly grindy one, so it took a while, but a lot of sniping civilians from trees with a touch of humiliating the police later, and I got the trophy. In the story during chapter 4, Jimmy makes quick work of the nerds, because for whatever reason, they decide that even though Jimmy has done a lot for them, and I do mean a lot, they will just easily turn their back on him at any given opportunity. Yeah, the other cliques have their own issues that I can complain about, but for some reason, the way the nerds treat Jimmy really irritates me. I really don't like him, especially Ernest. After subduing the nerds, Jimmy gets their help to bring down the jocks.
Your mom's panties are up for grabs.
Better go get some help.
Jimmy, take out the captain to take
You
out
play
the
with a
team.
short...
Call that a hit.
That's right, losers. Yeah!
With the end of the game being close, there are only a few more trophies left, so I just had to do a bit of cleanup. I did all of the bike and go-kart races. The bike races are required for the Kleptomania trophy, but the go-kart races are worth their own trophy.
I always win.
The last thing I needed for the Kleptomania trophy before Bully's finale was to smash all the gnome statues that are scattered around the entire map.
There ain't no room for...
I also bought all the clothes I needed for the Sharp Dressed Man trophy, and with that done, it was time to finish the final chapter and beat the game.
You are leaving the academy to attend to your education elsewhere. Now get out!
Whatever, man. Okay, but if we're gonna take on those townies, we're gonna need a bunch of backup. Someone big who doesn't hate me yet. Russell!
Haven't you heard?
Heard what, my love?
The school has broken out into a massive fight. Every gang and faction is fighting each other.
What?
Yeah!
Oh man, I gotta go.
You're liking that, ain't you?
Oh, you spit on an All-American.
Finally, everything is sorted out, more or less. I mean, I don't want to say we're going to live happily ever after or anything like that, but life is certainly going to get easier.
I only needed one more trophy, which was Mama's Boy for completing 30 errands.
This what you're looking for?
Cool, Jimmy, thanks.
And with that, Bully's Platinum is mine. If you've never played Bully, what are you doing? Come on. It's such an amazing game. I won't pretend like it's flawless. It does definitely show its age at certain parts, like graphics wise, or the weird button layout for controllers, which can get kind of annoying, but for all the fun that Bully has to offer, I don't think a few dents in the old armor should be a deal breaker. Trophy hunting wise, it's a pretty easy trophy to go for, but it does have a few grindy ones that can get a bit tedious. If I were to say my favorite and least favorite trophies, I would definitely pick Kleptomania as my favorite. While there is a bunch of stuff needed for it, I like it when there are in-game trophies to show off, and seeing Jimmy's room slowly fill up with items that are memorable moments throughout the entire game, it's pretty satisfying. Least favorite trophies is like a three-way tie between Marathon, which I just think is a stupid trophy, Glass dismissed, which I don't know why they decided breaking 300 glass bottles at a carnival game should be needed for a trophy, but here we are, I guess. And lastly is Dual Nebula. I just don't enjoy mini game trophies. They aren't necessarily like hard mini games, but they're also not very enjoyable, so I was just waiting for them to be over with. Aside from annoying trophies, I really did enjoy my time with Bully. It still holds up in my opinion, and it's definitely worth giving a shot if you haven't played it. Even if you aren't planning on trophy hunting it, I still recommend it. Anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching and be safe. Bye-bye.